I hope all of you are doing well. This week we are talking about how to sort of tell if somebody around you is going through a difficult experience, which might be depression, and if you do realize that something is going on, then what to do with it, how to talk to that person, right? A lot of times I encounter especially adolescents, young adults, college going students who have been going through their share of difficulties, who have been going through depression, self-harm, and they haven't been able to talk to anyone, to their family members or friends, except maybe one or two. We need to understand why that happens. That happens because first, people feel that they are going through something which is exclusive, which other people will not understand, and that is to a certain extent true. If you have not gone through depression, then it is unlikely that you are going to truly understand what it is like. I have been working in this field for over 10 years now, and I till date do not have experiential understanding of what depression is. I do have theoretical understanding and a lot of stories which tell me what it is like. When we find out, when we suspect rather, that somebody around you has not been feeling well, like I said, for over 2 weeks, how do we initiate conversation? Because it is important to have that conversation. People who are experiencing depression may not come out and talk about it, because a lot of times they are too confused, too broken to talk about it. It might be too difficult for them to talk about that, and most importantly, they might think that, what is the point? Nothing is going to come of it. Why should I burden other people with my worries? Everybody else seems to be having a good time. Why do I talk to them and bring their mood down? And several more explanations that I have heard over the years. Whatever it is, so therefore, it is not okay to say that, well, if you are suffering from depression, why didn't you just reach out for help? Because sometimes we just cannot. And some part of the onus lies on others, on the people around them. Not all of it, some part of it does lie around us. So what is it that we can do? We need to have authentic conversations. It is all right for you to not know what to say. It is all right for you to not be able to understand what's going on or not know what to do. And if that's how you feel, then that is exactly how the conversation can start, by saying that, hey, I noticed that, you are not feeling too well, and you've not been feeling too well for a while now, and I'm concerned. What is going on? Do you want to talk about it? What can I do for you? These are some very important questions. You see, I am not asking, are you okay? That is one question which is most commonly asked, and we think our job is done. Are you all right? But it is a close-ended question. It is something that can be answered with a yes or a no. And a person who is actually going through something is more likely to answer with a yes. They're more likely to tell you, yes, I'm fine. Because indirectly we tell them that that's what we want to hear. Indirectly we tell them that I'm so worried, I want to hear that you're okay. So they are likely to give you an answer that makes you feel better. So let's ask deeper questions. Let's ask better questions. Let's ask questions like, how are you feeling? How can I help you? What do you need right now? Is there something you would like to talk about? Now that is another question that might lead to more conversation, and I hope it does. But when the person starts talking, that is when the others probably need to just listen initially. There is an overriding urge to tell them what to do, to give advice, to say that, oh, don't worry, everything is going to be fine. Even I felt sad last year when something happened, and then I just did this and that and I came out of it. Advice is not what they want right at that point. What they want, remember, it started out with listening, it started out with you wanting to know what is going on with them. So let's keep our focus on that. When you see somebody who's going through the symptoms that I have talked about, you do have this conversation. You be with them. You try to understand what is going on with them rather than trying to take that experience and put it in a box that you are familiar with. Once you have done all that, it is important to remember that you probably don't have a solution to their problem. You don't know how to treat or how to cure them. And here is the important part. It is necessary to see a professional. It is necessary to see a mental health professional, a psychiatrist, a psychologist, a psychotherapist, if you are going through anxiety and depression. It is not something that can be cured with love and warmth and friendship and socializing and other, positive things. Those things help, like vitamins help us stay in good health. But vitamins are not what you would prescribe to somebody who's going through a particular, disease or disorder at a certain time. So seeing a mental health professional or encouraging people around you to go see a mental health professional if they have not been feeling well is extremely important. Please keep in mind, and also educate yourself, know what the resources are. Read up authentic articles on the internet to find out what you can do. Read up, Google what some of the resources in your city, in your town are, so that in case you need to, you can tell the person where to go, right? A lot of these things, a lot of what happens to other people is not in our control. It is not something that we can impact most of the times. But if there is a small percentage that we can influence, we as the next generation collectively need to know what to do, need to start taking action in that direction, because that little responsibility does lie with us. Thank you. I hope again that this was helpful. I hope you all will let us know if there is specific that you want us to talk about. Stay well, take care.